What's going on? So I'm making to another video, and today is another episode of my top 100 favorite movies of all time. Now, if you are new, first off, I want to say thanks so much for taking the time to click on the video, like, comment, subscribe, and all that means the absolute world. And this is basically what the series is. It kind of speaks for itself. I decided, we did this same series last year, and I just wanted to see how far it's updated, which, spoiler alert, it's been updated pretty significantly. But basically what it is I just took my top 100 favorite movies of all time. I made a list, I ranked them, and I have that list plus 10 honorable mentions. So this is an 11-part series. We got 10 honorable mentions, and we go through 10 films an episode. So again, thank you so much for taking the time to click on the video, liking, commenting, subscribing. Just had another episode of Favorite Movie and Why go up on Monday. It was with Certain Vids. Fantastic conversation. I had a great time talking to him. So make sure you guys go check that video out. Thank you just for the support in general. Ever since I announced I wasn't really doing movie reviews anymore, the support on the channel has been amazing. I really, really do appreciate it. Make sure you keep hitting like, comment, subscribe. Almost to 500 subscribers, which is actually wild. I think I'm up to 470 at the time of recording this video. That's just amazing. So thank you guys so much. It really does mean the world. But today we have another episode of my top 100 favorite movies of all time. Last week, or the last time we spoke on this, we did 80 through 71. Today we are doing 70 through 61. We are getting to the nitty gritty, guys. I'm so excited to do this. But before we get into it, the first thing I want to do, catch you guys up, tell you the 10 we spoke about in the last episode, and then we will get into the next 10. So without further ado, let's get into the last 10. So just to run down the last 10, at number 80, we had Fast 5. Number 79 was Star Wars Return of the Jedi. 78 was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. 77 was Star Wars The Force Awakens. 76 was Ready Player One. 75 was The Other Guys. 74 was Back to the Future Part 3. 73 was Iron Man. 72 was First Man. And 71 was The Town. Coming in at number 70 is Toy Story 3, the culmination of the Andy trilogy of the Toy Story movies. And this movie it's such a tearjerker, but it's such a powerful story. You got Andy going off to college, and these toys are just trying to figure out what are they going to do next. And that's kind of the overarching part of this story, is moving on, finding acceptance, and moving on to the next chapter in your life. For Woody, it's hard. He's been with Andy since the beginning. He loves Andy to death, and he is so sad to see Andy leaving. But, you know, every single story in the Toy Story franchise has an underlying message. And this one is just about acceptance, about moving on, about remembering where you've come from, but also looking toward the future and having a hopeful future. And they end up with Bonnie at the end. It is such a tear-jerker just ending, and it made me cry like a little baby when I first saw it. It was such an amazing film. Lotso is such a scary villain. Again, it's like a twist that I really like. A Toy Story's done a few pretty good twists. We talked about Toy Story 2 a few episodes ago. Just a fantastic time, such an emotional time, and it's such a great Pixar movie and a great ending to Andy's story. Coming in number 69 is Uncut Gems, one of my favorite films of last year, and one of the best, if not the best, performances from Adam Sandler of all time. The Safdie brothers directed from start to finish an absolute anxiety attack of emotions. You are thrown into it from the start, watching this character of Howard make one bad decision after another. And again, the Safdie brothers did a fantastic job of bringing this emotion of anxiety and making you feel it the entire time. I have, I get stressed, I have some anxious moments, and it's just like, I felt that here. And I was watching a movie, and for directors to be able to make that happen, it's incredible. The film is a very interesting subject. Talks about sports gambling, basketball, jewelry, all of that. Like, it's so interesting, the subject matter of it, and just watching this character make one bad decision after another. You're like, come on, man, let's go. You're about to catch a break. Don't screw it up. And then, lo and behold, he does. The ending is incredible. I'm not going to spoil the ending for you, but all I'm going to say is you will not expect it. Amazing experience at the movies. My mom and sister both did not like it. They both hated it. My sister thought it was one of the worst movies she'd ever seen, and I can get that and I understand that. but I absolutely loved it. And it is at number 69 on my list. Coming in number 68 is Casino Royale. I love Daniel Craig as James Bond. I think he is the best James Bond. Then again, he's my only sample. I have not seen any of the other James Bond movies. I do have a few on my watch list on Netflix to watch, so I'm excited to check those out eventually. But Casino Royale is just a fantastic movie. It is a fantastic spy movie. It brings in great stakes. It brings in fantastic emotion, a la anxiety. Again, just like Uncut Gems, it makes you feel tense. It makes you feel anxious. And it does that. The scenes at the casino table during this big poker match or whatever they're playing, a gambling match, are riveting. They are. I've never been more riveted watching a game, gambling before. I've never been more riveted by it in my life. And again, the action is fantastic. I mean, it's just great. Everything involved. It's such a great story. It's told so well. And again, this is the debut for Daniel Craig. He is fantastic. I am so excited for No Time to Die. You guys have no idea. It still is potentially coming out this year. I do not think it's been delayed again. It's one of my most anticipated for the rest of this year because there's really not much coming out. And I am just so excited for this one. And this was the original great start to Daniel Craig as 007. Coming in at number 67 is How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. I love this trilogy. I think it competes heavily with Toy Story as the best animated trilogy of all time. I will literally go to bat for that. I think this trilogy is amazing. And this is the perfect way to end this story. It was heartfelt. It was emotional. The score is amazing. Great voice actor performances. I think it's directed for an animated film fantastically. And it's just such a great story. It's another story like Toy Story 3 where you have Hiccup with the crutch of Toothless. And you have this dragon that he's been with loyal. He's been a friend and been a companion forever. But Toothless wants to go off and live his own life. And that is seen here. It's fantastic. The villain is scary and menacing. And the ending of this film just gives you goosebumps. It made me emotional. And it was the first one I had seen. I had not seen the first two. I saw this in theaters, I think it was last year, as part of my Scene 100 2019 releases. This was the first one I had seen. I hadn't even seen the first two, and it got me emotional. I almost cried. I think I almost cried. But it was amazing. But then going back and seeing the first two, I was like, oh my God, this is the perfect conclusion to this story. Guys, if you've not seen this trilogy, if you are sleeping on this trilogy, go watch it. Again, I will literally say I think it rivals the Toy Story trilogy as the best animated trilogy of all time. It is incredible, and this is the perfect way to end that trilogy. It comes in at number 67 on my list. Coming in at number 66 is Logan, a film that I just saw for the first time this year. It's a very raw, very real, very gritty film directed by James Mangold, I believe, who also did Ford v Ferrari. He's also going to be doing the next Indiana Jones. Oh my gosh. It's fantastically directed. Hugh Jackman, it gives just a great, it's just a fantastic performance. I believe this I believe it was nominated for an Oscar for screenplay. Completely deserving. I think it's fantastic. And the thing I liked most about this film was it showed the mortality of these superhumans. You usually think with these superheroes that they are godly beings that cannot be killed, they cannot die, they cannot be hurt. And Wolverine is one of the biggest examples of that. He's got, the adamantium, I believe it is, in his blood, and he heals so fast, he can't die. He is indestructible, basically. And this film, it just shows the mortality. It shows these people are still human. They have lives. They get hurt. And eventually, like you see at the end of this movie, they will die. And that is just a fantastic way to take this. It's a great ending to the Wolverine story, as well as what's his name? Patrick Stewart's character. What's his name? I'm totally blanking on his name right now. I'm blanking on his name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Ending to his story, but then a beginning for these other mutants, which is great. I don't think we'll ever get a spin-off with these mutants. Maybe they're in the MCU. I know the actress that plays the little girl said she'd love to be in the MCU. So that'd be great. but it's such a great story that just shows that these beings are human and they can be hurt and they can die. And that's something that is so grounded and so real that you don't see in superhero movies. And it's fantastic, and it comes in at number 66 on my list. Coming in at number 65 is Zodiac. I saw this, I think it was either early this year or late last year. Again, months like just are intertwined now since COVID happened. I don't even know what day it is anymore. It's a Monday. But this film is great. Great performances overall by everyone. I love Robert Downey Jr. in this. I think he's hilarious. But it's such an intriguing story because it's based off a true story. You guys know I love based off true story films. It's a fantastic look at the investigative journalism that went into Zodiac and everything that was going on, and it's very tense. It's just very well done. It's such a very riveting, very nerve-wracking film. You're like, oh, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? And I really enjoyed it. David Fincher directed this. He did fantastic. It's a brilliant movie. I need to watch more of his films. I love Seven. I love Zodiac. There's a few others I've seen that are also really, really good, but I need to watch more. And I'm going to in the future. I bought Gone Girl the other day from Best Buy, like $5. So that is another one. But great movie. I think it's really, really well done. It is fantastic. Great performances and everything. And it comes at number 65 on my list. Who we got a doozy for you guys at number 64? Coming in at number 64 is The Martian. Saw this one this year. I know that for a fact. And it's awesome because I saw it this year and I loved it. And then in my film class that I actually have to go to in person, we are playing with lighting and equipment and stuff, and we are using Matt Damon's monologue from The Martian, which is so awesome. It's so fun. I love it. But this is a great movie. One of Matt Damon's best performances, I would say. I think because he really has to carry this movie on his back. Like he's like everyone's hopping in the backpack and he's taking them to victory. But it's great. It's such a great. It's Castaway on Mars, and it's such a great. It's just. I'm saying great a lot because it's a fantastic movie, fantastic performances. I think the writing is very well done. I really do. I think it's a very well written film. The CGI and effects are incredible. The science in this film is what's most intriguing. I literally did a review on this film earlier in the year, so make sure you go check that out. I'm going to try to remember to put it up in the card on the top because I've actually started to do those things now, which is awesome. I'll try to remember though. I don't know if I will for a fact or not. But the science is so apparently accurate, which was very intriguing for me. And again, Matt Damon, man, carrying this thing. And Childish Gambino's in this movie as well. I keep forgetting that Donald Glover is in this movie, which is so hilarious, but he plays such a great role, and it's awesome. I love this movie. I adore this movie. Like, from the first time I watched it this year, I absolutely adore it. It's fantastic. It comes at number 64 on my list. Coming in at number 63, we got more Star Wars, guys. We're talking a lot about Star Wars in the last few episodes. And that is Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. One of my favorite Star Wars movies. It's absolutely incredible. We finally see the fall of the Republic and the rise of the Empire. We see everything that Palpatine had been planning. We see it fall into place. Anakin turns to the dark side. Anakin versus Obi-Wan on Mustafar is one of the best lightsaber fights, if not the best lightsaber fight in all of Star Wars. And we see everything happen. Everything that we knew from the original trilogy, we see fall into place. This film partially redeemed the prequels. It did. First two movies are not great at all whatsoever, but this one, it took all of those pieces and put them together in this puzzle, and it was fantastic. It's the best one of the bunch. It's one of my favorites. I love it. You guys already know about this film. I don't need to say anything else. Go see it. Comes in number 63 on my list. Coming in number 62 is The Lion King, the animated Lion King, even though I do really enjoy the live action one from last year. But we're talking about the animated Lion King here. It's just a classic. I grew up with it. It's such an amazing movie. It's written so well. The voice acting is incredible. The animation is still, to this day, stunning. Great emotional impact. Scar is one of the great movie villains of all time, and it's just a dang good movie. Hakuna Matata, my friends. It's brilliant. You all have already seen this movie. I don't need to say anything else about it. It comes in at number 62 on my list. And coming in at number 61, oh my god, this movie, man. This movie, I want it to be higher, but I can't. I cannot put it higher because you guys would flame me in the comments for it. But at number 61 is National Treasure, the Book of Secrets. Guys, I know I meme these films all the time, like I know I do, but I do it because I love them so much. You haven't seen the first one yet. That one is, I had to put that one higher up on my list because it's absolutely amazing. Nicolas Cage gives great performances in this film. I love the American history aspect. American history has always been my best subject, my favorite subject, and just molding it into this treasure hunt is so fun. I also like this one because it's more intriguing than just a treasure hunt. It is Ben Gates, played Nicolas Cage, trying to redeem his family's name because his family's name is being dragged in the mud, you know, all of this stuff. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. But it's incredible. Who plays the villain in this film? Let me pull up the cast list real quick. No, not John Voight. He plays the dad, who also is really great in this film. Is it Harvey Keitel? No. Harvey Keitel also plays a great role in this film. It's Ed Harris, I think. I'm almost positive it's Ed Harris. Yes, it's Ed Harris, 100%. It's Ed Harris. He plays Mitch, who is the protagonist, and he's also great. He's a great protagonist. I think he's fantastic. And overall, it's just a great movie. The climax ending at Mount Rushmore is awesome. And I love it. There's nothing else more I can say about this film other than I love it. I meme it all the time because it's so great, and you all should go see it. That's all I can say about this film. It's absolutely fantastic. Go see it. I think it's on Disney Plus. If it's not, it should be. Just saying. And I'm so excited for the third one. It's going to happen now. Apparently it's in production. I'm crying tears of joy for it. I am so excited to see a third installment. And yeah, it comes at number 61 on my list. Guys, that is it for the list today. We will run them back really quick. Coming at number 70 is Toy Story 3. 69 is Uncut Gems. 68 is Casino Royale. 67 is How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. 66 is Logan. 65 is Zodiac. 64 is The Martian. 63 is Revenge of the Sith. 62 is The Lion King animated. And 61 is National Treasure, the Book of Secrets. Guys, let me know down below in the comments, what do you think of this section of the list? We are almost halfway. Actually, we are halfway through now. We have gone through half of the list because of the 10 honorable mentions. But let me know down below, what did you think of this part of the list? Do you like the films that are on here? Are some of these films higher for you? Are they lower for you? Am I crazy? Well, let me know down below in the comments. But guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for taking the time to click on the video, liking, commenting, subscribing. All of that means the absolute world. Have a rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.